In a gesture that resonates with the spirit of unity, US Vice President Kamala Harris celebrated an early Diwali at her official residence. Notably, the event differed from the previous year as the Vice President did not have interaction with most guests. However, she engaged with elected Indian American lawmakers attending the celebration. Despite some calls for a boycott, nearly 300 individuals joined the Diwali festivities at the Vice President's residence. During her Diwali celebration, Vice President Harris warmly reminisced about cherished memories from her childhood spent celebrating Diwali in India, particularly at her grandparents' home with her family. She emphasized the beauty of Diwali as a celebration of community and family, underscoring its significance in teaching future generations about the importance of spreading light in the lives of others. Harris shared her personal experiences of Diwali celebrations with her family, highlighting the festival's role in fostering togetherness and sharing in the spirit of giving.
So with that, it is an honor and privilege to invite everyone back and to celebrate Diwali. I shared with many of you, and we, I think, share a common experience. Growing up, we would go back to India about every other year. And usually it was around the timing was to avoid monsoon season. So it invariably was around Christmas time here, or sometime between October and Christmas time. And most often it was around Diwali. And those are some of my fondest memories of being in India and the time that we spent with our family. And it was always such a beautiful celebration of community and family. It was a way for children to, I think, understand through the traditions of that celebration the importance and the joy that should come with shedding light on moments of darkness. And in so many ways, it's a universal theme. We know we celebrate it in different cultures and different places, which is seeing the contrast, understanding there will always be darkness, but the ability that we each have to shed and bring light to a moment. And when I think about it then in the context of the experiences that I had over the years in that celebration and with my family, it was always about understanding the responsibility that one has to one's family and one's community and to the world. And so in this moment, where there are so many challenges around the world and in our own country, let us celebrate this evening and Diwali with an understanding that we each have the power in these moments of darkness to bring light.
While marking the Festival of Lights, she also addressed the ongoing global challenges, particularly the conflict between Israel and Hamas, characterizing the current movement as difficult and dark. Harris stressed the Biden administration's support for Israel's right to self-defense and the need for humanitarian aid for Gaza. She also urged the distinction between the Palestinian population and Hamas, underscoring the importance of speaking the truth when celebrating occasions like Diwali.
This year we celebrate Diwali at a time where there's a lot happening in our world. And I think it's important that as we celebrate Diwali, which is about celebrating the light, we understand it is always in the context of understanding the contrast between that and dark moments. And there is certainly a difficult and dark moment that we are facing in our world in a number of ways, but in particular, seeing the images and the reports coming out of Israel and Gaza. And I know for all of us, and certainly for me and for Doug, it's devastating and heartbreaking. And so I want to just be clear with everyone that the President Biden and I are working to support Israel's right to defend itself. We are supporting the need for humanitarian aid to be received by the people in Gaza. We believe it is very important to not conflate who the Palestinians are with Hamas and understand the difference.
The Vice President expressed her concerns about American hostages and the necessity of preventing further escalations in the region. Her message extended to the Palestinian people, emphasizing their right to self-determination and dignity, with the administration's continued support.
It is critically important that we bring the American hostages home and that we prevent escalation in that region. And so I will speak those words understanding that it is critically important that when we celebrate something like Diwali, it is about also shedding light in a way that is about speaking truth. I also want to say that for the Palestinian people, and I've said this many times and I'll say it again, they have a right and deserve to have an opportunity for self-determination and dignity, and that is something we will continue to support as well.
Community leader Ajay Jain Bhutoria commended the event for embodying unity and promoting harmony and compassion during challenging times. He encouraged attendees to embrace the Jain principle of living in peace and allowing others to do the same, spreading positivity and love. The celebration featured vibrant cultural festivities and the joy of sharing delectable Indian cuisine. Bhutoria presented a book on the spiritual journey of Jain Acharya Mahapragya to Vice President Harris's staff, advocating for non-violence and peace.